Today is May 4th. May the 4th be with you. Home buyers in this market could use the good Jedi force behind them, but what is stopping many home buyers from becoming homeowners is they are getting the wrong information about the market. Today, I'd like to clear up some of this misinformation. But first, I'd like to take a moment to thank all of my persistent home buyers for being troopers and for working with me and not going solo. And of course, the sage home buying advice from Chewbacca. Truth. Here's my lightning round of what I'm calling May the Facts Be With You. Hi, I'm Francine Viola, Realtor in Olympia, Washington, and here are the real-life conversations I've had with buyers lately. And at the end, I have a really good insider tip. Let's play May the Facts Be With You. The facts are waiting could end up costing buyers more in housing prices and interest rates. Home prices are going up, not down. They are up on average over 20% from last year. Last spring, the median home price was $391,000. This spring, it's over $470,000. If you are buying a home now, you probably wish you were buying a home last year. We are not in a bubble that is going to burst and then home prices will tumble down. The driver of our high prices is low inventory and high buyer demand. Risky lending in the subprime mortgage market was the main cause of the bubble burst in 2008, and we do not have that today. Another challenge buyers are facing is rising interest rates. Buyers today are not only paying more for a home, but also more in interest rates. To deal with inflation, rates are expected to continue to rise this year. I don't necessarily see this dampening rising home prices nor competition. Of course, some buyers are getting priced out of the market, and that will mean fewer buyers. However, the buyers who are in the market to buy a home do have lending options available to them. Remember the adjustable rate mortgage? That's coming back. And buyers are looking to move to more affordable counties and rural areas to save on housing costs. There is a lot to unpack with this statement. The first question is, what is the house really worth? If the listing agent says the house is worth $500,000, is that what it's worth? What about the appraiser and their evaluation? What do the sold comps say? I can provide this information, and as a former appraiser, I know how to make adjustments and come up with a value. However, the next question is, what is the other buyer competition? This is the wild card that cannot be accounted for in determining value and or what you should offer. What is another buyer willing to pay for a property? And are you willing to outbid them? For my analytical buyers with their Excel spreadsheets, the buyer competition makes all of their analysis obsolete and can be very frustrating. It all boils down to what do you feel the value is, and it may be intrinsic value. It may not be the value you can measure and rationalize. It just may be the house that fits your needs, has a good vibe, and is one of the few homes you can envision yourself living in. That is the value of your home. Again, as a former appraiser, I'm just annoyed with that hippy-dippy answer as you are, but the buyer competition is the one factor we can't put a number on. There have been many homes my buyers have lost out on to that one buyer who went so far and above over the asking price, they were just left in the dust. This is a first. In every other market, buyers are saying the exact opposite. Why is this price so high? But in this market, buyers know that an underpriced home will mean a wild bidding war, and they're not too happy about that. Sometimes this is a strategy sellers will do. Other times, there's not enough data to come up with a list price. In the last 2 weeks of April, I can tell you agents were getting nervous that a shift in the market was happening because we saw fewer showings on our listings and fewer buyers competing for the same home. Listing agents probably were underpricing homes because we weren't sure where the market was going. If you were looking to buy, the last 2 weeks of April were your time. In looking at just my firm's multiple offer count, the first week of April, 61% of our contracts had multiple offers. The week before Easter dropped to 45%, In the week after Easter, dropped even further to 23%, but then in the last week, came back up to 61%. Spring break and the spring holidays seem to have an impact on buyer activity. So will there be another lull? Yes, and the next one will probably be mid-June with graduation and Father's Day. Every year in June, we see lower buyer activity, so buyers pay attention and be ready to jump in mid-June because you may not have to compete with a lot of other buyers. That's my insider tip for you. Stick with the basics. Your agent will find out what terms are important to the seller and see if you can offer those terms. Have your financing in order, provide proof of funds, waive extraneous contingencies, submit an organized, clean offer. You do not need to write a love letter or offer a year's worth of Nutella or give the seller a puppy. In the end, it will all work out. As Han Solo said, let's keep a little optimism here. If you are looking to make a move here to the Olympia area, give me a call and let's chat. In the meantime, may the facts be with you. Happy Star Wars Day.